Okay. Also, like I said, I'm ex-military, and you know, and I just tell people out here, especially like around, the different mini ghettos or whatever, however you want to call it, whatever, worldwide, whatever, and all this stuff out here, man. I like to tell people, man, you know, I try to be tribal about things. At the same time, I try to be intelligent. Not tribe, but I am. Because you got to grow up. You just got to grow up with the sun, and and you'll be all right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you see that sunflower keep growing. You see the grass waving to the sun. It is for a reason, because it's life. I've been on an island, aka country, where you know they only receive one week of sun, and it was like maybe 60 degrees, and people were having heart attacks. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Once it increased to 60 degrees, just for that one week. Other than that, it was just dreary. You know what I mean? So I can imagine if they were to, go to California, man, they'll drop out from heat strokes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine if they were to, come to the south of North America or whatever. I mean, shoot, they wouldn't be able to survive. Through a lot of areas, even Africa, whatever, Asia and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is this: the definition of set tripping for me is this. Okay, people always talking about, oh man, they set and tripping and stuff. Well, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something that you should think about. Especially when you would become sovereign. You know what I'm saying? Because you could take over and be sovereign by bloodshed, but all you doing is fall into the hands, of the bullets. That's all you doing. Because what's the use of you taking somebody down with a bullet, or you been taken down by the bullet, and that penmanship did much more greater damage to you, and made you extinct. You feel what I'm saying? And everything gets reverted back to what? Back to the powers to be. They set you up in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But hey, my definition of set tripping is all is all from a mathematical point of view. You feel what I'm saying? Shoot, I am the factor, and you got parentheses. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be the parent and the thesis. You know, um, I'm not. Yeah, you can say I am renting. I am renting. Well, I ain't gonna say. Well, yeah, I am renting my knowledge of empowerment to the people within that parentheses, that group. Because once you put parentheses around something, it's called a group, right? No matter whether it's binomial, trinomial, polynomial, whatever, the crap. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's like this: I am the factor that is empowered to the power of sovereignty, and I'm going to distribute myself, the knowledge I'm going to distribute the powers and stuff, the knowledge that I have to those people. The plus signs are actually a symbol that I look at as being crossroads, and above so below, and also the crossroads from the past to the future. So you got the plus signs. Each member of my tree, family member, how you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? In a philosophical definition. I'm just being real about it. Tree. You got branches and you got roots. The plus signs, right? Everybody's connected from the past to the future, above so below. All right? You know what I'm saying? We got the power to be sovereign, and I'm gonna distribute that to each uh set, and we gonna trip because it's gonna parallel and equal that we are sovereign, and we're gonna trip across the world, and we're gonna do the same thing. So my set is gonna trip, and it's gonna trip you out. It's gonna trip you out of the bull crap that you're in. So it's gonna trip you out of the bull crap you're in, and we're gonna trip our way into a sovereign land. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Then on top of that, we're gonna go to other places, where where we got our laws and stuff and this, that, and the third of who they're saying, and we're gonna also have sovereign land also in other countries and connect ourselves with the proper transportation by knowing the laws of transportation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the laws of the air, sea, and the ground, or just plain old regulations and policies. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no such thing as laws. The only law it is universal laws. That's it. You know, and we can't even begin to interpret universal law, but we like to interpret it, right? To make ourselves out to be lowercase gods or uppercase gods. It really don't. I mean, gods. It really don't matter, right? I just, we're just humans. Now when you die, you're in peace. Then none of this stuff don't exist. I don't die, and I can witness. I could tell you, none of this stuff don't exist. None of the gods or whatever they talking about, it don't exist. It don't. When I came back, I actually didn't want to come back. I actually I saw myself come back. I was like, no, I'm coming back. No, and I was like really saying no. Then I opened my eyes. Now before I opened my eyes, I saw. You know what I'm saying? I saw that lady crying or whatever. I saw my body. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? You know what I'm saying? But I knew, like I knew I was dead. This is back in 1990, back in 2000. Excuse me. And my peoples can testify for it. It was told to my mom that I was dead. Everybody, I mean, everybody pretty much remember that. They was like, man, we heard he was dead. And it was, I was dead. I was dead on arrival. Shit, I just happened to come back. I ain't gonna say happened to come back. It's all about curiosity. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I came back. So, truth be told, you know what I'm saying? Now, once I found out that the physical form was physical form, I tried to close my eyes and return back, to life. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work once that lady said, oh, no, you don't. And she stuck that needle in my arm. And that's when I felt the pain. And then that's when that song, about Tupac, I heard about your pain, um, I want to know your pain, it runs deep, share it with me. Yeah, that needle ran deep and stuff like that. And the pain of knowing that I was free. I was totally, absolutely free of bull crap. Not having to worry about take a look on my shoulder, somebody gonna run me off my sovereign land once I get the land patented, people's. You know what I'm saying? Because because you're at war 24/7. When you're ex-military, not when you're ex-military, when from an ex-military perspective, that there's never no such thing as true peace on earth. There's no such thing as that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always have to be up against a battle or fight some type of way, and you always gotta be prepared to defend. You feel me? All right. I don't care whether you gotta set up claymores, booby traps. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be prepared. You know what I mean? So set tripping, my definition of set tripping, and pull it all in together. That's my definition of set tripping. These gangs, they don't have no idea. You know what I'm saying? They have no idea what's going on with that pen. They have no idea. No idea. And neither do most of everybody else out there. They really have no idea about what's going on with the pen versus the bullet and that missile. You know what I'm saying? I already know once you kill people or whatever, yeah, if they're not secured properly wise, guess what? They get money. That stuff goes back towards the estate. It's kind of like you claiming your monies from when you was working with a company and then it went to the state. If you don't claim it, the state is gonna take it. You see what I'm saying? So they legally by law have to do that. That's the same thing with the feds. Or not even the feds, but with these people that owns countries. Which ain't nothing but humans like me and you. The only difference between me and them is that I'm going to be sovereign. I'm submitting paperwork to a whole bunch of people that resides over the regulations and the policies. And they have to do their job. You know what I mean? Because I was born in this by birth certificate. I didn't ask to come here. I was born in this by birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? When my mom signed that birth certificate, it gave me away along with her and everybody else. You know, see, people thought they was getting away from slavery and stuff, and all the civil rights movements and this, that, and the third, and feminism and stuff. You know, all the stupidities and stuff like that. You know, I mean, women out there battling their men, telling me something. I want to be my own woman when you just stupid as hell. You still a slave. So who you really battling? You pointing the finger at somebody that don't even have no power, never had the power in the first. Well, everybody had the power, but they don't have the knowledge to unlock the power that they have in order to become sovereign. For you to acknowledge if he was sovereign and did that to you to make you not have what? Power over yourself. So you mad at the wrong person. You mad at the person that you see every day. You should be mad at the person and going after the person that you cannot see at no point in time. You should be mad at the laws. Well, excuse me, the regulations and the policies, aka the laws, which number words on a piece of paper. Now these days you can look at it on the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's who you should be mad at. Like I said, once you tell the truth and facts and spit it out like that, man, you be like, man, shoot. You know, and then you got some of the most ignorant folks out there just acting out the most ignorant and stupidest ways. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you got websites and servers banning people as if that they are, you know what I'm saying? That's just online. Then you go on ground and they try to do the same thing. And it's like, you know, are people dead? Like sleeping? I mean, seriously, like I was never sleeping. That's why I never had any kids because I knew there's always a setup. There's always an agenda, behind something. I was like, why do I need a birth certificate to certify that I am born? You know what I'm saying? That's your own intelligence now. Wake it up. That's your own intelligence now. And I always knew this. After I had impregnated a couple females for them to get a, well, no shit, they never got abortions. One got abortion because she thought I was cheating on her or whatever. And her mama and the whole family and everybody knew that I wasn't. It was no way. How hard I was working or whatever, there's no way I could, even if I wanted to, which I didn't want to anyway. You know what I'm saying? But she said she was a teacher and she loved children, so she had an abortion. Killed my baby, turned around. She got married within a matter of a couple months, which you probably already thinking, oh damn, that's why. Yep. Then end up when she got married, she got took for a ride, her and her child. You know what I'm saying? The guy treated the child like crap. Then he treated her like crap, ended up cheating on her, you know what I'm saying, with an older mature lady in her 70s. I think it was told 60s or 70s years old. Drained her bank account, left her out there, on the beach with a child with nothing. She had to come back towards her hometown and start it all back over again. Now, her mama didn't want to say that because her mama just plain up and said, I don't know why she didn't marry you. You did everything right by the book. Everything right. Everything right by the book. I mean, you was working your tail off. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to actually tell her mama what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? So her mother already knew my child messed up. So she was lying anyway. Her mama already knew that she was lying because I was communicating with her mother, keeping communications. So who looked stupid, the whole time? Her daughter. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I believe in communication. I believe in communication. You know what I'm saying? I truly do believe in communication. So, because you get to figure out who is who. You know what I'm saying? It ain't setting people up. It ain't being cold. It's just being real. You know what I'm saying? So, set tripping, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's my definition of set tripping. That's straight positive. You know what I'm saying? You know. And that's all I got to say on that part. You know what I mean? Um, for people out there, you know what I'm saying? You know, because they on some crazy crap. Don't even know the definition of a tribe. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because if you knew yourself, then you would take your lineages and go back to where you're from. But see, they scared, you know, to go back towards their lineages, you know, their roots. Because when you go back towards your roots and your lineage, that means that you have to change. You have to grow up. You know, you no longer can be a girl or a boy. What's going on out here, you know, what I'm saying? Out here, it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You got to move on. You know, I do challenge people to become sovereign. I challenge you to become sovereign. And I see you again, and I hear from you again, just like I heard from the Onontuja village, and you know, and many other shamans out there. I mean, you know what I'm saying, and you know, that's on their own sovereign property. I will hear from you again. I will. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're on that type of vibration, it's just what it is. You're not looking for that past. I'm a true racist, which means that I am being better than my last time. I'm racing up against myself to be better than my last time. I'm not better than nobody else. Never, not by a long shot, because I'm not them. So I can't even begin to compare or even contrast. I can't. It's not possible. You know what I'm saying? I can only be better than myself. I can't be better than my own siblings. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not her. You know what I'm saying? I can't be better than my own mama and my dad. You know what I'm saying? Even though I am part of them or who they are, I am a rebirth rebirth version of who they are. You know, another addition. You know what I'm saying? But I have my own thoughts. You see what I'm saying? You know, now I could be better than myself, but I can never be better than them. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and that has, and being a true racist has nothing to do with all these political stuff out here and crap and dummy crap. You know, it doesn't. Um, that's all I have. Set tripping.